I do have two very fun names for you that stood out today.
All
And
right.
I'm pretty excited to share them with you. The first one's DJ Thomas Jones. That dude looked like a stud. He had a great day. Great day. He was catching passes. I'm getting eaten alive over here by these lantern flies.
Oof.
The little baby guys, dude, they're all over the place here in Southside. But DJ Thomas Jones caught one pass over his head that you don't see a fullback / tight end make. That's how good it was. And then he had a couple more of them, some catches in traffic. He stood out to me a ton today, a ton. DJ Thomas Jones was the guy that I think sleeper wise had a day, and then the other one, Darnell Washington, looked like a stud out there. Looked like a stud, my friend. Darnell probably had the best practice of anybody today. Caught a touchdown at the end of the 2-minute drill from Will Howard. That was a great reception. I don't know. There was not a moment where Darnell wasn't open. He was catching contested balls. He was making people miss. He was going up tall or up high. Darnell was the guy, man. And I'll ask you, the excitement level from the outside to have a guy like Darnell involved, and like that's a name we've been waiting on for years. Now, if he's here, if he could have I'll say this: Darnell has not had a receiving day practice as good as he's had today in 3 seasons or 2 seasons and OTAs. To have that guy there, what's the excitement level from the other side, I guess?
The excitement is sky high. I mean, I think it kickstarted yesterday with Rodgers being very explicit in seeing, a young Mercedes Lewis. I know he wasn't saying, Darnell Washington is the next incarnation of Mercedes Lewis, but I take what he says there with a lot of meaning, and I put a lot of investment into it because Rodgers certainly knows a thing or two about good tight end plays and how to extend tight ends from within their skill set to maximize it in an offense. So to hear that Rodgers is already keying in on Darnell Washington in a different way than the Steelers offense has been able to in his first 2 years in the league, incredibly exciting. And I think the potential there has always been sky high, and the excitement and the likelihood of him reaching it has wavered at times and, ebbed and flowed. But, right now, with a true passing quarterback who knows how to elevate a tight end play, it's exciting. And I think, I don't want to say anything more than it'll be an improvement for Darnell Washington in year 3, but I think we're all expecting an improvement, and that is in terms of offensive production and just usage and utilization within the Steelers offense. So yeah, excitement's high.
Yeah, I agree. And that to me is like, the Jonnu Smith thing, we could go through all of them, but the Jonnu Smith thing, the Kyle Pitts thing, like, I don't know. It's a good name, but I think that's all it is just an addition, to the offense. I don't think at any point do either of them make sense as like the guy that the Steelers must go get. And I think part of that's just because Pat's so good, but the other part of that is because Darnell Washington could be your number 2 tight end, because all your number 2 tight end needs to do is catch a couple of passes here and there and be a really sound run blocker. And that's what Darnell can be. You don't need 2 Pat Freiermuths. Nobody has 2 Pat Freiermuths. And the Steelers, while they could use another receiving option, I don't think need to add to their tight end room right now, because the way I look at it is Darnell has an opportunity to kind of burst out and be that guy. And I think today was a good addition to kind of see that, to kind of see what came of the Pittsburgh Steelers tight end, as he, for one, said that conditioning's way better than it's been in years past. 2, said he slimmed down, but 3, just becomes more comfortable in an offense and has a quarterback who knows how to use tight ends, which is absolutely huge. And then for Will Howard to throw that pass, I mean, that was cool too. To see Will kind of get juiced up for a moment, you're just like, it's the spark that you needed, because Will is at this point, like, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but like Will is at this point for sure quarterback 4 on this depth chart right now. And, I would like to see him climb up to quarterback 3. He's not going to get any higher than that, but I would like to see him climb to quarterback 3 and get more reps. And I'm excited for it.